Every week we introduce you to a dog that needs a home, but there are some dogs that tend to be overlooked, and that's what drives one woman in Ohio to run a rescue specifically for seniors. Her rescue is being sought out by shelters, pet fosters, other rescues across the country. But her goal isn't always about finding them a home, but about keeping their life from being cut short.
You'll rarely hear them bark. The desire to chase has all but faded away. But it's their wag that tells their tale.
They're housebroken, they don't chew anymore, they're laid back, they're calm, and they are so loving and gentle and forgiving.
These dogs have seen a lot in their life, but not necessarily better days.
This was a dog that was intentionally left locked up and left to die.
But not all that show up at the shelter are because of neglect or abuse.
Someone would dump a senior dog in a shelter after having it for 10 or 15 years, and it happens a lot more than you think.
In their 2 years, Grateful Heart Senior Dog Rescue has managed to save more than 200 older dogs from the euthanasia table, some with only minutes to spare and from clear across the country.
A lot of my dogs come from Texas because it's one of the highest kill shelters in the United States, probably within the top 5, where they routinely kill anywhere from 10 to 25 dogs a day or even more.
Some stay with fosters in Texas, but many show up here in Ohio through Kindred Heart Animal Connection. It's a company where volunteers drive the dogs in 1-hour legs free of charge. While most rescues center around finding a forever home, that's not the main goal for Grateful Heart.
Some of those ended up being compassionate rescues where they were so far gone there was nothing we could do except give them a good quality of life until their time came.
Some of them are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they aren't quite, jumpy and happy. People kind of just overlook them.
Julie Kyle is a volunteer and self-described foster fail.
We walk in and we always say it's like free therapy. Because you just look at them and they're so happy, and no matter what's wrong with you, no matter if you've had a bad day.
Yes, for some, the time is running out. But in dog years, that precious time just might be enough to make a lifetime of difference.
They give you more love than I'd rather have a year with, one of these guys sometimes, just so that I know that they had a good year.
After all, even one good year makes for a grateful heart.